What's up, everybody? I'm Tony.
And it's your boy TJ.
We're back tonight with another story time. And the story time is about what?
Talking about our very first time with the guy.
Right, you heard it. Our very first time with a nigga.
So ratchet. So Tony, when was your first time with the guy?
My first time was back in like 2002.
Okay, early 2000s.
Right, I was in my 20s.
Oh, okay.
I was dealing with this girl. We were like messing around real heavy. We used to work together. And on Fridays, when you get paid, your paycheck, go out to the bar, get drinks, go to the club, stuff like that, hang out, and have a good time. And we would just be having fun. She had a homegirl and a homeboy, and come to find out, her and her homegirl used to mess around.
Okay.
Her and her homegirl used to mess around, whatever. I didn't know all of that until they got into an argument. And you know how when girls get into an argument, they tell each other business.
Oh, yeah.
So stuff like that. And but they had a homeboy who was cool with them teachers as well. And we would just like hang out. And let me start by saying, looking at him, he didn't look like the average gay dude that I would have thought was gay.
Okay. So you couldn't tell that?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Or bisexual, whatever you want to call it.
So I know that made it even harder.
Right. So, months of us hanging around each other, cool, and but it was told to me that he had his eyes on me.
On some gay shit.
Yeah, and the girl who I was dating.
So this is not your baby mom, the mother of your child, right?
No.
Is it clear? Okay.
Yeah, just let me just make this clear. This is not my daughter's mom. He had his eyes on me, and the chick who I was messing with was like, Tony ain't down with that. Tony ain't going for that. And so one weekend we hanging out, drinking, having a good time. Me and her in the room, messing around, doing whatever. We like in our underclothes and stuff like that. And me and her in the room, and the door opens, and he come in the room or whatever. And he don't immediately like start touching and grabbing and stuff like that. It was very much so like a slight conversation between them two. Then he left out and then came back in the room, something like that. And then he went to like do my leg like that. And I was like, what is you doing? And she was like, Tony, be easy, be cool. Like, we having some fun tonight. And I'm like, we having some fun. I was like, I ain't know that gay shit. In your words.
Little did he know. So let me stop you right there. Okay, so did nothing cross your mind? Because most guys that I would know, if that was to happen, they'd be looking at this bitch like, is you trying to set me up, get me robbed or something? Like,
right.
That didn't come across your mind enough?
No. And then nothing came across my mind like I was about to be in harm's way or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
And even still the fact like, when, she was like telling me like, chill out. Everything cool, everything good. And I'm like, what? So, me and her in the room, messing around, and like I said, he comes in the room and he starts to perform oral sex on both of us. Now mind you, she is having a ball. She got two guys in the room with her, and the attention is on her. And she is having a good time.
And you were too, right?
Yeah, I was. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was having a good time. I'm not even gonna lie.
So when you say he was performing oral sex on the fish and you,
Mm-hmm.
when he got down there on you, what went through your mind?
I was like, I can't believe that I'm actually doing this. Now, while he's doing that, she's kissing me and doing other stuff.
Take your mind off of it.
Right. Right. She's doing all types of other stuff. So, then, you know, it went a little further.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time this is going on, she is just like in bliss. Like, she was really having a good time. More than I was, and I was having fun too, but she was really having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And homie was too. So you know, after all of that had happened or whatever, then, you know, one thing led to another, and you know, not immediately I started messing with dudes, but you know, I then started to, like, you know, spread my wings a little further.
Yes, butterflies. Yes, butterfly.
Started meeting other people, and this is when I meet my first quote unquote boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm an honest person, I always be very upfront with everything. So I told her what was going on, and she was really cool with it. She was like, "Okay, cool," but she was cool until I would leave her to then hang out with him, and then that's when the issue
So
started
that's
kicking
when
in.
it became a problem.
Right. That's when she was like, "Oh, hold up, no. Was she fucking with a nigga full time now?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "What?" I remember we got into a real bad argument, and she threw this little like, it was like a little box or something, like a little jewelry box she had, and she hummed it and threw it at me. She was like, "You a fucking faggot, you a fucking nigga." She was like, "That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just have fun." She was like, "Why would you want to mess with a nigga like that?"
So the fish don't know that her role in this made it become your reality due
Right.
to her. She introduced you to
It was
it.
her
So-
fantasy that then turned my reality, and then she did not think that it was going to go that far with me. I didn't even think it was going to go that far with me, you know. And it's weird because, like I said, this is the second time I've told this story in the recent years. And when I told it a couple of years ago on my good friend T.S. Madison's channel, she saw my video and she reached out to me. She was like, "Tony, wow, you haven't told that story in so long." And she was like, "You know, but can I tell you some stuff that you did not know or you don't know?" And I was like, "What?" She was like, "You know, I've never tried it ever since our last time," because she was like, "You really did a number." And she was like, "You really started fucking with a nigga."
Thanks to you.
Right.
Girl.
Right. And she was like, her baby father, who she with now, they got 2 kids and stuff like that. She was like, I'll be wanting to do it, but I don't want to experience that again. She was like, I don't know if he would do the same thing that you did, so I just stay, you know, away from him.
So Shorty really like to have fun. So for those of you watching, the ladies that's watching, if you were dealing with a guy, would you expose him or bring another person in the room with you, male or female? What would you do? I honestly think that open Pandora's box. I've been vocal about that for a while now.
Right.
That's just me, so it's a no for me.
Yeah. She also said to me that, you know, he had asked her to do threesomes with another girl. And she said, you know, I'll be wanting to do it, but she was like, I know what I want. And she says,
To see 2 guys?
right, she likes stuff like that.
Oh.
And she says, you know, but I just don't want to take my chances again. And what if he like it like you did? Or what if he take it to another level? And she was like, that's why I don't even, like, when he asked me, I'm like, no.
Point case, exactly.
Right. So, you know, I always tell myself, like, you know, when people ask me these questions, like, you know, it's a part of my life. It's a part of my story. It's a part of who I am today. You know,
Most
I don't regret it. You know, I did have a question that I would often ask myself, like, where would I be if I didn't do it? You know, stuff like that. But it ain't
Might be
nothing.
somewhere eating pussy or something, but who knows? Who knows?
Right. Who knows? You know. But it's a part of my life. It's a part of my journey and what got me here to this day. So you know, hey, I had no choice but to embrace it and accept it and move on.
Most definitely.
So
And you living in your truth.
right.
That's,
You know, it's nothing like getting up and being very comfortable in your own skin and being okay with what you see in the mirror when you look at that mirror.
most definitely. Facts. Facts.
So pause.
That was deep. The wine hitting, huh?
You know it. So TJ.
What's up?
So how old were you when you had your first experience with a guy?
Picture it. Cincinnati, Ohio. 2005. No, I was probably 19. 2004. I was over my cousin's house, which is openly gay. I actually came out to him. And
So how did you do that first? That's what about that. How did you do that? You just told him a question. You just came out and said, I like niggas.
yeah, you took the words out of my mouth.
Oh, okay.
My cousin was out before me. I knew he was gay.
Is he still in Ohio?
Yeah, she's still in Cincinnati, Ohio. So yeah, we was at work and we worked together. And I was like, cuz, I think I like niggas. And he was like, okay, girl. And I'm like, what? Like, cause he will play and be extra like that, but he carry himself like a dude.
Right.
But he was like, I already knew. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he had his own apartment. And like I said, he was already out. He knew people in the scene and stuff. So we went over his house, me, him, and one of his good friends. I'm fresh on the scene, and you know what that means.
Right.
Motherfuckers eyeing you down. They want you. They want to have you first or whatever before you get passed around or make a name for yourself. So the friend was cute, a little bit older than me, a couple years. And you know, he was just like, what's up? Da 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 da. And one thing led to another. We went to my cousin's bathroom. And I got service. I received oral in the bathroom. In the bathtub with no water in it. We were just sitting in the bathtub and I received.
So why were you in the bathtub? Trying to get comfortable?
You would have thought with all that space on the floor, but I don't know. We was drinking that cheap ass tobacco and I don't know what made us get in the bathtub. I really don't know. And, after I did what I did, I felt disgusted, and I wanted to run some water in that bathtub so I can scrub, and take a bath. And yeah, that was my first experience with a dude.
So, what did your cousin say?
He was just like, how was it? What y'all do? Da da da. Did you like it? Was you nervous? Just little shit like that.
So were you comfortable in answering questions?
Yeah, because I could identify with him. Because
Okay.
we apparently are gay.
Right.
And so, yeah. And that was like, at the time, one of my best friends. So, yeah.
So, what did the nigga do?
What you mean?
Like, once it was over with?
Washed his mouth out and left. I mean, what? Bye, girl. You did what you did. Bye. It ain't
So that was
nothing.
your first interaction with a guy. So what about the first time you actually, you know, went full?
Oh, I can't recall. I mean, I did, but I mean,
I don't want to say full when you actually had penetration sex.
when I happened, it was shortly after that because I was on the road. I was always protected though.
Right.
But yeah, it was shortly after that. It wasn't with that particular person. It was somebody else. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So how long before you actually had a boyfriend?
It was when I first hit the scene with my cousin. That very first night, I had met my very first dude, and me and him was on and off for 7 years. So it didn't take long at all. Because like I said, I was fresh meat. You know, a nigga was popping. So, you know, motherfucker was at me, I don't blame him. And I bagged one of the flies niggas in Cincinnati. So, yeah, it didn't take long.
Oh, okay.
It didn't take long.
Okay.
So that was my experience, my first time.
You know, I think some folks gonna look at this and be like, our stories weren't so explicit, and they gonna probably call it like phony and dry. But I don't give a shit.
I don't either.
You know.
I don't either. So
It is what it is. That's just how my story happened with my first time with the dude. So, and TJ just shared here. So, you know, I hope that you guys like our story.
I mean, it was candid. It was our truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know, I'm sure our followers, they would enjoy it because we didn't have to say it. You know,
Right.
everybody had a first time. So for those of you guys that are watching, drop down in the comment section. Let us know, when was y'all first time. You know how
Red is a guy or girl.
Yeah.
You know, we chose to talk about the guys because we fuck with niggas. Well, we fuck with each other, but you know.
It depends on the day.
Right.
I don't
Because
know.
I don't like him some days.
Yeah.
You
Thank
see
you.
how he turned his head to the right.
Thank you. Thank you. But I always love Tony. So you see how he do me? And it's on camera. And it's on camera. And also make sure to drop down in the comment section. Let us know if you're dealing with somebody, would you bring somebody else in the bedroom as well? I personally wouldn't, but to each his own.
That means I can't have no fun. Violent. So this concludes our story time. If you guys enjoyed our story time, we need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share to our videos. Also, please check out some of our previous content that we already have dropped for you guys. It is imperative that you guys watch our videos from the beginning to the end. Once again, we will see you guys later, and we will wrap to you soon.